Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
The coaching staff had them prepared with a great game plan, and they went out and executed it.
Misfires on the corner three. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Pass to Curry. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Bledsoe.
In that mid-range area, it's important for Curry to have that quick release.
Puts up a three. Fires in the triple. Curry's got his second bucket on the night.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Shot from the wing. Again, the net score.
Red hot out of the gates. Keep it rolling.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one.
And making the shot while getting fouled. I mean, it's about focus. KPJ staying with it.
And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way. And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Misses from the corner. Here's Castle. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points. Closer in to the hoop.
Up top, Curry. Shoots over Bridges. It's rebounded by Dallas. And that'll be Dallas's ball as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks able to keep the possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Here's Castle, driving to the basket. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Yeah, and that's where Castle is most effective, when he's getting downhill and attacking.
Outside Curry. Screen by Gordon. To the paint. Pass to Bledsoe. And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatches.
1:58 left to play in the first quarter. They double-team Curry. Shot is good by Gordon.
Yeah, confident-looking shot by Gordon. You know he's feeling it when he's taking and making these.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Castle's got 6.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
And he makes it.
Well, certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Tim, does it seem to you that Stephen Curry gets better when the buzzer is approaching?
Well, if that's true of anyone, it's Steph, B.A., a former clutch player of the year. He's very comfortable with the outcome in his hands. And Curry is really putting his stamp on this one.
That one goes in.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Up top, Curry. And stolen by Bridges. Baseline try. And again, it's Dallas.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Outside Curry. Gordon on the wing. And the three off target.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Bridges outside. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And down it goes. 2 points. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Outside Curry. And they call an illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Stephon Castle, he's been the guy making things happen for the Dallas Mavericks. 8 points in the quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Castle misses. Nets trail by 5. Curry draws the double. Pass to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. Gordon attacking. Oh, how about that?
Oh, out of my way.
Whoa, Aaron Gordon looking like he's in a slam dunk contest right there.
Suggs outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Outside Curry. Back to Bledsoe. And it's Stephon Castle with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. Simons with it. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Curry from 7 feet. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Porter. Oh, nice D from Curry.
You don't always hear people call out Curry's toughness on the defensive end, but that's a big part of why he's so effective.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back over to you.
He can knock him down. Thanks a lot, Allie. Dallas leading by 3. The drive by Porter gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
You're coming right at you. KPJ playing with intensity.
Here's Simons. Rebounded by Nurkic.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Basket's good. And now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's Porter. Inside. Here's Nurkic. No points yet. Out to Bridges. Clock at 2. Goes up on the wing. Washington grabs the miss. A minute 6 left to play in the first half. Simons. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And you think of players who heat up in a hurry, you got to include Anthony Simons, Tim.
Well, Brian, he's just a bucket getter. He can pull up from any distance and with the elevation to do a little damage inside as well. He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Dallas shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
You know, guys, this is an exciting young player. Stephon Castle does a little bit of everything. He hustles, plays defense, got a national championship in college, so he is a winner, too.
And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big 3 era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
Simons with it, now guarded by Suggs. Here's Curry. Connects on the 17-footer. Curry's got 14 points.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Dallas no good that time either.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Washington a screen. The drive by Simons. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And so it's Dallas leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Mavericks lead by 6. Castle right side. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And Bledsoe gets double teamed. Tries it from 19. It doesn't go for him. Castle left side. To the middle. Here's Bridges. Oh, it's blocked by Valanciunas. Outside Curry. Pass to Gordon. Back to Curry. Screen by Gordon. From outside the arc. And Curry is good for 3. Curry's got 17 points.
Yeah, I don't care if he's blindfolded. You're always okay with Curry taking a three from that range.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Porter. Rebound Brooklyn. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep with the tip. Here's Curry. Kicks it out to Bledsoe. Back to Curry. Goes up again. Smith with the rebound.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Down low. Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
Simons outside. Off the left rim and out. And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Washington.
And the defense simply wasn't there in the first half. They sure are now.
Good work there as it goes. Castle's got 12 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Simons outside. Jacks up a three. Smith with the rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Well, not a whole lot of experience, but you watch Jaime Jaquez, Tim. He looks like a 10-year vet out there.
Yeah, B.A., part of that is because he's a 4-year college guy, and now he's plug and play. He's got great footwork, he's tough, and he has a high IQ for the game.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Back to you.
Gotta have it. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Castle. Washington grabs the miss.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Up top, Curry. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Great footwork there by Curry, getting his body in a position to go up and finish inside.
One minute left in the third quarter here. Valanciunas sets a screen. Misses the three. Dallas leading by 7. Castle on the wing. 12 points for him. Alvarado outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jaquez. Washington grabs the miss. And here's Bledsoe. Yet to see a basket. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. That won't go either for Curry. And the Mavericks with possession here. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. To the middle. Here's Washington. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Washington's got this first bucket of the night.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And we've reached the end of the third. Dallas on top, up by 5. And time for a
42.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Jordi Fernandez was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Outside Moody. Pass to Bridges. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Smith, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Outside Curry. Over Suggs. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Suggs. Over Moody. They get the rebound. Pass to Curry. Curry draws the double to take the lead. Vucevic's shot is off. Moody from outside. Again the miss by the Mavericks. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Back to Curry. Pass to Okogie. Up and over Porter. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The rebound by the Nets. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Bledsoe outside. Here's a floater. Rebounded by Smith. And Dallas with possession. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. After having trailed for a while, they could retake the lead.
Nice effort to battle back and put themselves in this position.
Curry. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Suggs with it. Now guarded by Curry. Suggs, right side. Here's Smith. Oh, man!
Look out below!
Oh, my goodness! A nasty jam!
Yeah, a reliable way to create for others. Suggs disrupts the coverage with the play and makes the pass.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Simons. And there's the drive. Oh, he jammed it.
Wow, Anthony Simons with great work right there to get his team a bucket they sorely needed.
Suggs.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First free throw is good. And that gives them a lead. And so both free throws good. And it's a 2-point ball game.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
Simons outside. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry rises up and hits the three.
Everybody in the building knew Curry was the guy on that trip, and he still delivered. You're talking about one of the most clutch players we have ever seen.
Cleared away by Valanciunas. And Curry's got the ball here for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game. Up top, Simons. Outside Curry. Now Now Washington. Oh, he can't get the layup.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch. Huge basket that time by Simons. They called him up and he answered.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Yeah, he knew how big those free throws were. Knocked them down.
Now Curry. Washington a screen.
Tenacious defender. Bridges covers so well.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Valanciunas. Now Curry. Fires the 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Bridges fires. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And that about wraps it up.